Welcome to BA Agile Scrum week 2, day 2. And I'm quickly going to share my screen. And before I share, let me come to the right slides from where we have to kick it off. So here we go. Yeah, if you can see the screen, just show me thumbs up.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, visible. Thank you, Prerna. You are the right one. Thank you, guys, for showing me thumbs up as well. So yeah, so week two, and what we have covered so far. We have covered so far about the tools. It was quite exciting one, engaging one, right? Yes or yes? Did you find that? How many of you did go back and again try to, explore the tools? Any one of you? You can show me thumbs up or unmute and speak. Any one of you, if you have done it. And even if you have not done it, you can type ND. ND means not done. Okay, thank you, Nisha. Thank you for response. Okay.
Not even close.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, we also covered Scrum facts, Agile Scrum, values principle, and we had some assignment. Although we didn't have, thank you, Chanchal, for responding. We didn't have any assignment previous day. But I have very important things to tell you. The thing is that we may come up with the various assignment. We may be asking you to do various activity. Okay, you may come back and tell us that, okay, so we have some substitute, we have some option, can we do that? So dear friends, I have something very, very important to tell you. What we are delivering is just not the knowledge. We are also delivering to you is called as a system. Why system? Because if you follow a system, you are going to find yourself to the nail of the dart. Okay, why? Because system works, people fail. And that's why this is my humble request to all of you to follow the system at the T, whatever assignment we will give. Don't get trapped by the, what do you call it, as shiny object syndrome. In the market, you will find wonderful, beautiful videos are just being played. And those are nothing, but it's not directly targeting to what exactly we want to give you. Okay. They may mislead you as well. So be very, very, very aware, because we have crafted these things with our own hand, so that you don't have to beat around the bushes and you need to just hit the dart directly. Okay, so I think it has been noted by you guys. If it has been noted, you can type into the chat window noted, or unmute yourself and tell me that noted, so that I can go further. Yeah,
noted.
Thank you so much for your awesome response.
Perfect. On this note, Gaurav, I would like to add something.
Yes, please go ahead.
When we were talking about system, so as a part of Gurukul system or this learning curve, or to be very honest, prepare you from the interview point of view, that can be vendor, client, or actually day-to-day basis. So last time, I remember you guys said that you were not able to watch the videos, or did not have the time window, and other things like that. But I would still highly recommend you, because it has been the system, I would say, the way earlier batches have also worked, and it has given tremendous good results on their part. See, because we are here to impart knowledge and understanding, but then given a in the best scenario, the best you can actually try doing it, or rather preferably do it, put in those earphones in your ears, khana banate work, travel karte work, when you're not actively working on office work or any other thing, please try to listen to the videos, our videos. We have other trainers videos for BS Scrum. You're open to listen to those videos. It's not that you're to be physically 100% sitting in front of the laptop and just be focused. That would be honestly great. It is the ideal scenario, but I know how day-to-day work goes, and you must be tied up. Please try to listen even before sleeping, half an hour, 1 hour. I know these are 2 hour, 1.5 hour videos, but split them. Whichever part you want to listen, every videos has proper description. Correct, Gaurav, correct me if I'm wrong. We have
Totally
been
resonate
giving
with you. They can 2x them
yes.
as well. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So any, not only, so you will also know how other trainers have been teaching, what was being discussed, and how, that is interactive, what questions they ask. Because all this during the session, what happens, we emphasize more on understanding and explanation, but as well as from interview point of view, repetition is the key. Practice makes man and women perfect. I only say that. So aap jitna sunoge, whenever you listen so much, the words keep falling on your ears, the keywords, the buzzwords, that will be more easy to pick up from there. So I guess next time onwards we will get this feedback ki ha humne ek hath dusra video at least suna. So are we on this, guys? Are you on same page
Yeah.
with me for this?
Prerna ji, when you're talking of other videos, is it
Uh-huh.
other videos from Guru schools only, or like
See,
where
honestly,
do I?
you're open for all, but if you focus more on Guru School's videos, so we have a reference. So if you have a doubt in, say, particular Ravindra sir's video, you can
So where do
always,
I see those videos?
on YouTube,
No,
please
no. Where are
subscribe
the
to.
links?
We will share that one to one also.
See,
But if
Okay.
you,
I can
Gaurav,
go
please go ahead.
directly to YouTube.
Yes,
Let me go to YouTube. Okay, I'm here on the YouTube. So here you will get what exactly happens on my
it's not
YouTube.
visible yet, Gaurav.
But yeah, okay, not visible. Really?
Okay,
I'm
I understood. I'll
Yes,
subscribe to
yes.
Guru schools and I'll be able to
yes,
see all the
yes,
videos uploaded by y'all. No
And there
problem
yes.
is
then.
like a small Wikipedia of videos, and for your, as per your taste, as per your interest, if you want to explore some topic we haven't discussed yet, or if you wanted to have more understanding of a particular topic. See, because everybody has a different style of teaching and different kind of experience, so it's very interesting, and it's a fun learning part. Videos are anyways comparatively easier to listen to. So please, I'll
Yeah.
just
So
Mhm.
okay, is my this screen visible, Prerna ji, the
Yes,
YouTube?
yes.
So
Who
what I
has,
did.
no, no, not YouTube. Who has done the assignment?
Oh,
That is
really?
there.
So
Yes, yes.
I'm resharing my screen. So here I am on my YouTube. So here what I did, I just searched Guru School. I landed on this Guru School's page. This is a YouTube video. Here you go and you can scroll the videos. Okay, so Be Agile Scrum instructor led, week 2 day 1. This is what week 3 day 1. Sorry, day 3 week 1. Okay, this is what this is, and thus you can find on the different topics. There are more on Be Agile Scrum, Be Agile Scrum. Okay, so yeah, when you will explore the entire video inside there, you will find more on Be Agile Scrum. Okay, and yeah, you can listen to them. So there are older videos as well. So go ahead and yeah, here you see BA Scrum batch 2 day 1. Okay, go ahead with that batch 2 day 1. Okay, so here you can refer to the previous one as well. So did it make some sense? Are you with us, guys?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
superb.
Please,
Thank you.
because we have been following this pattern on earlier time of our career, since when YouTube was introduced, right, Gaurav? It has been
True.
such an easy task. I'll tell you my personal experience. Whenever I used to go and interview, I used to have. Oh, by the way, I think Nisha Chanchal asked me this question. Which other channel you would like to say? So I will just suggest you to write project management videos. There is a channel called Project Management Videos. That side also has good videos, but those are very short and crisp, and they are very particular. As in, if you do not have the understanding, uh, you might not able to understand them fully, because they are like, okay, this is the sprint, and they just start. For example, they will just start talking about the
Yeah,
sprint.
but at the same time,
Aha.
we would say that what we are serving, try to chew
Yes,
them up.
that's best. That's best.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
Deepika. Welcome, Deepika. Good evening.
So Deepika is Dipti, is it?
Deepika.
Okay.
Deepika.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Welcome. So, Deepika, we were just discussing about how to have a good recap or good understanding of all the sessions what we have done, or what Guru Schools caters to for BA Scrum. So, it's very advisable, and we were just suggesting that if you could subscribe to Gurukul and go through the videos, you will see all the instructor led videos. given by other trainers as well. So that would really help you to understand, because if you keep listening to such different videos, you will know what how the other instructors are explaining. The keywords, the buzzwords will keep falling on your ears, so it will be very easy for you to talk during the interviews or understand when we are discussing. So yes, everybody, please focus on this. We have a long weekend coming in. I think tomorrow is leave for you guys also, if I'm not wrong. So try to utilize this time. That's what I wanted to share. Yes, Gaurav, to
No,
you.
Okay, okay. Deepika, just wanted to know, have you ever attended us, Prerna ji and me earlier in any kind of a session?
I joined for 5-10 minutes, but I did not able
Okay,
to complete the
no
whole
problem,
set.
no problem. So cool. So what we are going to learn today? Thank you for responding, Deepika. So yeah, we will keep connecting. Yeah. So week 2, day 2. Can anyone read us what we are going to learn today? Who can read this for us and just shout out? What do you see on the screen?
We're doing Scrum rules, Scrum events, Scrum planning, and Scrum spirits. Week 2, day 2.
Yeah, thank you, Mayak. Awesome. So I want to give this over to you, Prerna ji. You can just take it up. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Gaurav. And
Welcome.
thank you, Mayank, for that perfect reading. They just tuck, 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 four points today. So yes, welcome again for this interesting and informative session on Scrum. So when we talk about Scrum, I suppose last week also you guys had really very good interactive questions. That I don't remember who asked, but who asked that question? Where is BA in this role? I suppose some
I had
Chanchal.
asked it. Nisha.
Nisha, yes, Nisha or
Mm.
Chanchal, I was confused. Yeah. So Nisha, first of all, a very good question. Even last time also I had highlighted. But the bottom line I want to make you guys, all of you, to understand is, whatever your designation or your profile is, in Scrum, there are majorly these three big roles. As in, the roles are divided into these three. Then it doesn't matter you're a tester, you're a BA, you're a project manager, you're a delivery manager. So, what are these three important roles? The first is a product owner. I'll just read it out to you first. Then you have a Scrum Master, and then third you have the development team. So now you can definitely ask me, where is BA in this, and where is developer in this, or maybe where is .NET development team or testing team or UI team and all that. So please, keep this thing in your mind. When I talk about a product owner, that's normally a one person who is more or less the in charge of this entire Scrum team or the Scrum process. He's an individual. Scrum Master, again, he can be a technical manager, technical delivery manager, technical architecture, functional manager. He can be anybody. He can be earlier a part of a development team or testing team, but he is now called as a Scrum Master as far as his duties and roles or responsibilities are concerned. And as I was saying, that development team is a club team. Can you, and I have even mentioned a couple of roles. Can you guys come and tell me, now you have per se a product owner and a scrum master, like you have two heads, one head and one assistant. Now you can tell me who can be a part of this development team. Nisha, what do you
Um,
think, who all will be a part
the
of development team?
the programming team, even the
Okay,
testing team, and
perfect.
everybody who's involved in the project to manage,
Okay,
other than the product owner or the scrum master.
okay.
So
Can
even
somebody
a business
add? Yeah.
analyst could be a
Yes.
part of this, like testing, developing.
Right, right, right.
It's
So anybody else?
cross-functional, right? So you can have
Perfect,
all kind of
perfect,
different talents.
perfect. But then I am trying to be more specific. Cross-functional is a very good word, but it's a vague word. It's like, yeah, anybody can come in. But in context to software development, I would really like to ask you. So yes, this was Chanchal, right? Or Nisha? Sorry, I could not get.
Isha.
Nisha. Thank you so much, Nisha, for your inputs. Chanchal, Mayank, Deepika, can you please like to add what do you think will be a part of development team along with whatever rightly mentioned by Nisha? Whatever you're thinking, who else can be a part of it?
Agile, I'm thinking this. I'm thinking there is a vertex where everybody is doing everything, right? But that's separate. So
Majorly, yeah, that's a vague statement, but in a way it relates. Yes, yes.
I'm just that's a small vertex triangle which is there. It's
Mhm.
almost like a Bermuda triangle. It's that at
Yes,
that point, everybody is doing everything, right?
yes.
But as you move out, development team is separate, Scrum team is separate, product owner is separate. What puzzles me more is in a Scrum team, Scrum Master is different. I was thinking the Scrum Master would be the product owner, but no, there's a difference there. So
No, there's a difference. There is a difference.
that's
There's a difference
something
in responsibility.
yeah. So that's something different. But I believe that they're kind of cross-pollinating with each other at some point in time because it's an agile atmosphere. So
Right, right, right. So, who you think apart from the typical BAs and test developers who can be a part of the development team more? Chanchal, Chanchal, Deepika, you can also give your input. If you don't have anything, that's okay because we
Yeah,
have
in
covered.
my
But,
yeah, in my opinion, the developers are the main one in the development team. But apart from that, business analysts, testers, subject matter expert, or anything,
perfect, very well put.
managers,
Very well
technical
put.
managers as
Very
well.
well put. Yes, yes, yes. Deepika, you have anything to add on this?
I have a same one, the business analysis, stakeholders, all that, those are the people
Okay,
with the team working with the analysis.
okay. I just like to tweak it.
Even the design team would be a part of this,
Perfect.
like the
I
UI
was
or the
waiting
UX
for it. I
also,
was waiting for it. UI, UX, yes.
and the entire other design team.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So let me clarify this for you. I'm very happy that you all have this thought processes and you are all on the same page. See, because when we talk about any industry and we talk about development team, the first notion we have is, oh, people with screens, multiple screens and coding, coding, coding. And that's absolutely fine for other scenarios. That because that is the right thing to think of or to picture. But when we talk about agile, the development team can comprise of your programmers, your coders, your developers, whatever you name it, your BAs, all the BAs, one or multiple involved in this agile process or Scrum process. Your testers from variety of different sections. There can be what you say, manual testers or no, automated
Automation.
testers, any automation, yeah, anything. So depending on what your project caters to, that kind of required testers. Then you have your what I was saying, technical leads. See, all these people, though their profiles and their designations and hierarchy is different, but in this they are clubbed as a development team. So they work as a team. And I think Deepika mentioned stakeholders. So stakeholders generally do not come in development team, though they are crucial part of this process, which we will explain later. But as of now, development team, I would like you to envision as all the people who will contribute to the project technically, functionally, and on day-to-day level. So that will even you might have some few skilled interns, who just join and they are good in technology, so they are working as a developer or they are working as a BA. So yes, so development team I wanted to focus more on uh, because it's a combination and the more you have clarity is better because this kind of interview questions are being asked or they do ask you what do you mean by development team in agile. So I think we are good on this, we understood this. Okay, should I go ahead with product owner because I think you might have some doubts on
Yes.
that. Yeah, it does sound similar,
Yes.
right? Okay, great, thank you for your input.
Should I move to
So
next slide?
yeah, please move to next slide.
Okay. So yeah, before I'm
If you want to
moving to
add
the
something,
next.
please add. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you, Prerna. So before I'm moving to next slide, let me add you one wonderful thing. So because most of the people are getting confused with this tag with this caption, development team. And that's the reason we call this team as Scrum team as well. Okay.
Right.
And
Right.
here you are going to get the brief about the, what do you call, the every role. Yeah. Over to you, Prerna ji.
Yes, thank you so much for adding that. And can you please go back to the earlier slide, because haven't read that the punch lines, which are really important. See here you can see, as it's rightly mentioned, and this really image is very helpful for your understanding. Development team manages itself and creates done increment. So look at the impact, what do you say, effective words they've used for this team. So it manages itself. So as we discussed a lot on this, that Scrum teams are generally highly skilled and highly motivated, work in a trusted environment and all that. So they manage themselves. There is very less or hardly any, what do you say, observation or you know is required from the other team members, because they're self motivated and they know what they have to work on and they deliver. So that's one of the very important and essential point of Scrum, because ultimately they are the people who give the delivery of sprints and all the actionable. Then when we come to Scrum Master is the person who manages the entire Scrum process and removes impediments. We will explain that what it is. And going to the main kind of head of the a house or the chairperson, product owner is a person who optimizes value of the product. Now it's a very good line, but from explanation point of view, apparently he is the person who uh, has the basic right, and who is the first person to get started and having major or maximum authority, if I have to put in that way, in this entire process. So Gaurav, will you please go to the next slide?
Yeah, once again, something reminded me because someone has
Sure.
used this word cross functional, and it
Yes.
was aptly put in cross functional. Why? Because you will find from the different functional, non functional team members are the part of development team, and that's why this team is also known as cross functional team. That's number one. Number two, as Prerna ji has told, that this is a self organizing, because they organize themselves. That's why this team is also called as self-organizing team. So remember, these two are the Scrum's buzzword for development team, is called as self-organizing team as well as cross-functional team. I'm moving to the next slide. Thank you. Prerna ji, back
Perfect.
to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, now here we will start with the product owner. So, as we were discussing and as we are aware, these are the three main roles of Scrum. So, who is a product owner, or what are his roles and responsibilities? This is again a typical very good interview question. Or by God's grace or with all that good luck and hard work you're putting in, you might become a product owner very soon once you join a company, right, Gaurav? That is like a dream, because you get the opportunity and you have the authority. So it's the best
Definitely,
kind of role
definitely.
if you
Yes.
get to work on, and slowly and surely you will get. I have pretty much faith in all of you. So conveys the vision of the stakeholders to the team. I'll just read out first and then I'll try to explain. Can alter the scope. See, he has the right. He can. It's not he must, but he can alter the scope. He can, tweak or change the scope of the, sprints or overall project. He's responsible for ROI, that is return on investment. That's a very interesting term to use. So that is why he has that authority. I have used this word a couple of times, authority, authoritative, because he is the person with maximum responsibility and maximum rights with respect to the process. Rights per se, high level rights, as in he can alter the scope. And trust me, guys, altering a scope in any environment, especially like Scrum, it's a very big thing. It's not a child's play. It's not a teeny tiny event. You have to have all the stakeholders, your business POC, your technical architects, your BA, everybody. It's a big event. If you want to change and alter something, then he has the right. And yes, as I was mentioning, he not only works with his or their own development team, but he interacts with stakeholders, even with their own management people of the company. So, he is free and he has the right to have discussions, rather arguments, and come up with the best solutions and decisions with respect to roles. So, this was some of the key pointers. But then, if I have to give you day-to-day work-wise or sprint point of view focused pointers, so basically, if I say he's a champion of that product or that project, that will not be a false statement, because generally product owner is a person who is normally highly experienced or highly skilled in the Scrum environment. He understands what is the customer needs are, what are the requirements are, and he knows how to prioritize the work. See, prioritizing work is very important when we do the sprint planning and when we work on sprints or when we have to execute the project. It's like you should be able to understand, right, what the client wants. So he's the one person who knows or who understand what it is. And he product owner builds and manages the product backlog. Can I just get ask you what is a product backlog? Last time Gaurav has explained pretty well. Any one of you, if you remember what is a product backlog, what
Is
we
it
had
user
explained?
stories, like
Perfect.
what all needs to
Perfect.
be done in the project, the
Great.
entire set of user stories?
Yes, Nisha hit on the head. So basically it's like Gita, Bible, Quran of our entire Scrum process. So it has all the major events and major actionables which will be a part of it, and we keep referring to it whenever we prepare sprints. So yes, that is our entire product backlog. And then product owner closely works with his internal team, outside his Scrum team, maybe some technical architects from other teams. See, I'll just try to share with you, as Mayank rightly said and Gaurav very well explained, that they are cross functional. So what happens many a times, you might have to talk to or take advice or consultation from other team members as well, right? From other verticals or other technology experts. So he is the one who will approach the high level or highly skilled individuals. They might not be a part of this development team, but you know how we have now. If tomorrow you will also work as a consultant or Scrum, so your role also can be that. So product owner is the person who goes back to and discuss things with them, and he is the main whole and soul that about how to guide uh, about the next delivery, what will be a part of sprint, and and then he focuses on the what I would say, output or the delivery of the development team, because he has a close view and close observation of all the other teams, though it is not that necessary, but still it's a part and parcel of his job and his role. So it's very important that he guides the team, he makes sure how they're working, and how the team is shaping up, how they're giving the deliveries. So his task, he has along with this, along with finding a good team, he has more tasks like he is first of all needs to prioritize the work and prioritize the task, and he has to understand what is the goal of the project. When I say goal of the projects means what is the client that they want to achieve with this project. It might be automation of their some manual system, it might be introducing new customer relationship management or human resource management portal in their system. It might be anything, it might be some research related application with the customer wants. So he should be aware of this goal, and he should communicate that goal to the Scrum team and the project. And he is rather aware of the entire scope of the project, and as I mentioned earlier, he can teach the project, and then he is constantly focusing on what is a project goal or project objective. So there are times when we are working on something, we tend to divert in some other direction work wise. You might go a little off the track, or or development team, in case they might slacken or their process might be slow. So he's the one to guide them. No, this is a priority. We have to finish this many action items. We have to go to the next sprint. So all that holistic view, or all 360-degree view he has, and he has all the rights to guide them and get the focus back to the development or the delivery part of it. So I will request Gaurav to add anything on this if he has. Gaurav, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Prernaji. So product owner, since we were explaining, so Prernaji has altogether combined everything and has explained it very well. So one thing for you to know, so in the Scrum and Agile, these new roles are budding up. And what about the existing roles? So existing roles, like earlier, there were project managers. Okay. So, project, even project coordinators, something like that. They have the opportunity now to, in Agile world, they can choose to be product owner. And today and tomorrow, when job description will appear in front of you, you will find that product owner's job description also somewhere pointing towards the project management. And yeah, here he might have technical knowledge, he might not have. It all depends on how the job requirement gets published. So this thing just I only wanted to add. Back to you, Prernaji. Yeah.
Excuse me, I have a
Thank you so
question.
much. Yeah, please go ahead. I was about to ask. Please go ahead.
Does this mean like Scrum Master and Scrum team works under product owner? Like,
No, but it's not about someone is reporting to someone. Scrum Master does
Okay.
not report to product owner. Okay, it has
Okay.
some different body of a Scrum team where he has to report. He does not have to report to product owner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
welcome.
have a question. So
Yeah,
it's
please.
only the product owner who is directly in touch with the actual client
True.
to get all the requirement or anything, or even the development team can.
See, in this agile fashion, what may happen that anyone can interact with anyone, but the point of contact who can deal with directly client, like you see, he holds the authority. Okay, he can negotiate with the client. He can ask certain question to client. There are some protocols what even client has to follow when product and who can ask some such authoritative questions, not the development team or someone, but the product owner can decide that how frequently stakeholders can interact with their Scrum team. Okay, when they can schedule a time or something like that. And that's how he is the one who decide on how to give the access for the client to his team. Okay, so this is how he takes the decision. Does it make
By
any sense?
stakeholders, you mean it's the clients, or it could even be external vendors?
So I had three voices. Can someone repeat one again? So who was asking this question? Please repeat that.
When
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say stakeholders,
Mhm.
you mean only clients, or it could also be external vendors to whom you have outsourced a part of the project?
So we will talk about stakeholder in a while. Just park it for a moment. Yeah. Okay. Just in next slide, we will be talking about that.
Gauraji, I had this question, like in your banking scenarios, which you always give,
Mhm.
who would be the product owner? Just a quickly, if you were to describe
It could be SME, it could be project manager, anyone could be the product owner, the one who
Technical
has
architect at times.
technical architect, yeah, or CSPO who has done certification of product owner. He can be the product owner. Did I answer you?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Prernaji,
Yeah,
back to you.
yes, I would like to add on this earlier question. I think Nisha ji had asked that does only product owner interacts with the team, so with the client or other. So if you remember in the last session, while talking, I had explained that when you're discussing with the client on day-to-day Scrum calls or meetings or in general interaction, the client can come up with some changes and some updates. So as a part of the development team, I do not have the right to accommodate or incorporate those changes in the product log. So, and this is a very general thing to happen. Then when you're working on something as a developer or as a tester, and the team and the client might say, "Oh, we want this requirement. We don't want this button to look like that. So we want this workflow. We want to have additional information of the customer or anything like that. We want to have some links and some other information to be displayed. Any type of functionality you can envision." So that time, that particular team member goes back to your product owner and talks to them or explains to them what is the requirement. So the product owner is the one who maintains the product backlog. So that is rather the repository of every thing you have to work on, and it's his job to keep it up to date and give the details and quality of that ask or requirement to the client, to the internal team also. So am I clear on this? Though everybody, I think, ultimately interacts with the customer mainly on day-to-day or ad hoc basis, but the rights of including a particular work or functionality or additional details, as I mentioned, alteration of scope, that is generally done by product owner. So anybody has any question on product owner, because it's a very important role, and I really want you guys to have a thorough understanding of it as as we're explaining. So Mayank, Nisha, Chanchal, Deepika ji, anybody has any doubts, please, or we are
I'm good,
good for
thanks.
great, great. Thank you, Mayank. So should I move to Scrum Master now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Scrum Master is also a very, very important role. So as he removes all the hindrance to achieve goals and commit to the goals and deadlines, and enforce Scrum ceremonies and processes. Don't worry, ceremonies and processes will be explained in further slides. So don't get into the jargons. Try to understand what their role is. So we learned about product owner. So along with him, we have a very important role as a Scrum Master, who is like a champion or like a core person for their teams. So as we realize, product owner is authoritative. He is on a higher level in general, and he is very much occupied with the customers, with internal stakeholders, seniors, and the members, along with the team. Scrum Master is more closely knit with their Scrum team and maybe any other teams for that actual development point of view. So his main role involves coaching the team, understanding the Scrum process, and make sure the things are working fine. We're delivering sprints on time, and they have to understand, or rather, Scrum Master is the person who helps the team to deliver maximum output, as per the planned fashion, or he schedules all the sprint planning and sprint reviews. So there are multiple ceremonies or events in sprint that we will explain later. So he is one of the in charge of what do you say, of holding all those ceremonies or taking care of all the events. So he's the one who guides the team, the actual development team working on the project towards delivery. If they have any technical understanding hindrance, he's the one they go to. See, scope wise, if there is an issue, you go to product owner because he has the rights and he is the person. Technical day-to-day work-wise, if you have any doubt or any issue that is stopping you from achieving your goal for that day or that sprint, he is the person. So he is apparently the Scrum expert, and he also works very closely with product owner. So if you can say, he might be a dua, how you call it in Hindi, or he might be the middle person. Though development team can directly talk to product owner, there is no hierarchy as such, but he is generally the person who gels with product owner as well as development team both. And he's just not only for the namesake, but he makes sure that how effectively the team works, delivers, and he can be and then a Scrum Master can be of any profile. He can be a project manager, he can be a tech lead, He can be a tech architect, any matter. But then his main what do you say, portfolio or role or responsibility is to guide the team on day-to-day basis, to make sure they are not stuck in any of the activities, or they are working as expected, and they know how the which direction they have to go to. And he's basically make sure that all that technological or creativity wise, any guidance is required, he is there. And he is mainly focused on improving the productivity, overall delivery of the project. And then he has all the day-to-day information of that team's progress. As we discussed yesterday, we have when there is sprint planning done, everybody is assigned some particular task on day-to-day basis. We work in such a uh, what I say, such an intricate way that you have everyday deliverables. Every team members majorly has, not day, maybe in couple of days. So Scrum Master is the person who has the visibility and who keeps in a close eye of what their deliverables are, and train and mentor them, and overall make sure that we are working towards achieving the sprint plan, or achieving the sprint goal. So given an opportunity, Nisha, if you tell me, uh, if you are given the Scrum Master role, what will be your typical day or daily major activities will look like? What do you feel? Everybody is open to answer. Nisha, Chanchal, Gaurav, Deepika ji.
A Scrum
First.
Master would normally, if there is any hindrance or impediment faced by the development team, he would try to solve it or get them, into positive spirit to get the goal achieved, like whatever the sprint is,
Perfectly
it has
put.
to be completed. And he would also assist the product owner, right? Like product owner is making all the backlog.
Right,
So
product
would he
backlog.
assist the product owner too?
So
But
Nisha,
he's
on
not
your
guiding the Scrum team in terms of that, hey, you are going to do this, you're going to do that. The Scrum
no,
team
that has
among
been
them
already
decides,
planned,
right?
right? That is already planned. That was already assigned to them, rather. Beginning of sprint planning. What I wanted to ask is, when you say he guides, so this is open for all, okay? I really want others also to explain or to interact. when we say Scrum Master helps them if they are stuck in any hindrance or any troubles, how does a Scrum Master know that they have an issue? What do you feel? How would he know it? I have just mentioned in some time before. So
These
what?
Scrums,
No. My question was, how a Scrum Master will know that the team is stuck? How, in this given environment, whatever I just explained some time back. So
As
since
the Scrum Master ensures like team is into is working smoothly, so he'll know probably
yes,
like
so
there is some
Think,
he'll
obstruction
know.
or something.
let me
Yes,
add.
yes.
I think the Scrum Master would hold the 15 minutes meeting every morning. And when he doesn't hear the right people are not volunteering, and somebody is not able to tell what they did yesterday and what they plan to do today, he would know the team is stuck.
Perfect. All of you are right, because these are different aspects of the day-to-day work. So first of all, as I mentioned, Scrum Master closely work with development team. He's aware of what is assigned, what work, who has assigned what work. And when we and Mayank, when you say daily 15 minutes meeting, those are called as stand-up meetings or Scrum meetings. I really want you guys to start using these keywords, so they just fit in your brain whenever you talk in general. So you just, oh, that's a Scrum meeting. So like that, rightly, very well put. Thank you, Mayank, Chanchal, Nisha. Yes, because Scrum Master is so closely working with the team, he's aware of where they are stuck, because there's a direct communication one to one, and that is his soul of his role is to guide them. So yes, they
I
are
have
all
a,
in this thing.
I have a
Yes.
quick question. So Scrum Master looks like he's a glorified team leader. in this environment.
Mhm.
So a Scrum Master has multiple. Does a Scrum Master have multiple projects? I know the product owner has different projects going on, right? So he could be owner of different products.
Mhm.
Scrum Master, is he owner of different? I'm sure, is he also owner of different teams as well, right? How many
Okay.
teams can Scrum Master own, and how many teams can product owner own? Just
Okay. So Mayank, to be very honest, there is no hard and fast rule as such that they have to be assigned to one project and 10 projects per se. As you said, and as I was discussing earlier, generally in such environment, depending on the complexity, see, imagine if the project is large and it is very complex, and Scrum Master's entire bandwidth is required, then in that scenario, he is dedicated to one project. But then there are times when when the bandwidth is used, say 70 to 30% or 80 to 20%, like for in a week 4 days he might be involved in one project, in sometimes in others for particular bandwidth a particular time. Majorly scrum masters are dedicated, as far as I have worked in environment in L&T and Accenture and per se. But yes, they do work as a consultant from other projects. See, imagine if tomorrow you're working as a scrum master, you have got good experience of the entire, for example, banking process. And tomorrow, if your other project team has some banking projects, so you might work as a consultant also. There is a variety of mixture of the role. Product owner can have multiple projects going on, and he might be product owner for multiple projects. But then again, depending on the complexity, delivery timelines, and intensity of the project, it is defined. There is no hard and fast. Gaurav, would you like to add on this, please?
Yeah, I wanted to add. Thanks,
Yes.
Mayank, for asking the question, and Nisha and Chanchal. So the beautiful thing I just wanted to share, and the painful thing about Scrum Master. Scrum Master is the most misused personality in any Scrum team. Okay, very most misused person, and it has been most exploited person, and it has led in a quick change of the job for the Scrum Master for any company. Why? It's deeper understanding when you will get, when you are preparing for the certification, you will get to know what all things Scrum Master need to do, and what exactly companies are nowadays asking him to do. As someone said that Scrum Master's job is to work closely with product owner and arranging the backlog. See, it's not his duty, but companies ask him sometime to do it. That's number one. Number two, as Mayank has asked, that this is a very glorified leader. That's okay. I will be coming to this point, but he also says that whether he can be, or someone asked, Nisha asked, that whether he can participate in another one. Prerna ji rightly said, no, he is dedicated, but companies are working in a very different fashion, and they see that if Scrum Master is doing his job, and his job is to do something verbally and through on board, and still he finds that he's exactly not coding in or doing some activity in the document, they pull him and they share the person, share the Scrum Master. But no, in real time fashion, Scrum Master can never ever be shared. And when I said the beautiful word Mayank has said, glorified leader, he is a leader. He is a leader in any Scrum field, but there is a wonderful terminology for this leader. Do you want to know what is that? What is that
Yes,
terminology? Yeah, who all want
Yes.
to know? Okay,
want to know.
okay. So
Yes.
only two people, three people want to know. Okay. So yeah, Mayank, do you also want to know? Okay, thank you.
yes,
So,
I put an emoji.
yeah, I saw this now. Thank you. So it's called as servant leadership. Servant leadership is the word for Scrum Master. He has to follow the servant leadership. What is the servant leadership? Everything which led him to work, which leads him to work, to remove the entire impediment. he will do. As Prerna ji has been telling you guys, coaching you about this, that he has to keep the track of the time and how he will come to know that someone is stuck, of course, through daily stand-up. Okay, he has the access to the scrum board. Okay, he has access to the dashboard in Jira or any project management tool, and thus he will come to know that which is on the track, which is in progress, which has been delayed. And to make sure that all the impediments are removed, so that the entire team is together working in one direction towards achieving the goals, he will make sure that team does not has to spend their extra time doing any extra activity, but he will make sure if he can add value to that, he will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes is the keyword for this. Okay, so did it answer you some of the question about the Scrum Master? Is the most misused, but you will come to know about its real work, real job. Few things he is not supposed to do, but companies want him to do. And that's why Scrum Masters keep on changing their role, keep on changing their jobs and companies. And this is something, once you will do the Scrum certification, Agile certification, you will come to know about this pain area. So people are working closely towards, engaging and training the team itself. Okay, his job is to keep coaching the people, and he makes sure that he coaches about these things. Okay, and still sometimes people fail to understand this. So I think I have added much more pointers about Scrum Master, which you should know and should remember, but never ever fight because you have learned this. Because it may happen that tomorrow, if you have joined some company as a Scrum Master, you are knowing the responsibility, you are knowing that you don't have to manage the project, you have to just take care of your team. So you may raise your voice, you may shout out, hey, I'm Scrum Master, I'm not supposed to manage the project, I'm not supposed to code anything. You should be knowing these things to clear your interviews. But when times comes in, you have to follow the companies. Okay, you have to follow the company's rule, company's policy. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know about it. Okay, remember the word Scrum. What did I mention that yeah, which leader? Servant leadership.
leader.
Yeah,
Servant
yeah.
leadership.
Excuse me, I just
So
lost that. Yeah,
a Scrum Master has to know coding.
no, not at all. But a coder who had the knowledge of coding can become the Scrum Master in the future. Okay, but he does not have to code. Remember this. When you are serving as a Scrum Master, you don't have to do any another activity. Just stick up with your role. Okay, so this is the guideline. He
May I
does
know
not
who
have
asked
to.
the question? Who asked this question?
Nisha.
Yeah, Nisha, I would really like to add. Gaurav, are you done? Please
Yeah,
complete.
go ahead, go ahead.
Nisha, I'll really like to answer this question in a different fashion. When you say the Scrum Master codes, or is he a programmer, or or he's into coding? See, there are people who do MCA. They're like me. I mean, I have done. So there are people who do MBA for NIT, right? So whenever we come out as a fresh graduate or after a couple of years of experience, we both work as managers after a couple of years, and as per the taste or say career goes. So as I come from the development and technical background, I can get into the programming part and I can go ahead and become a technical architect. And but then I chose to become a manager. Whereas a person who has done MBA or any kind of management studies, who is aware of this, or who is a very skilled and very knowledgeable certificate holder in the Scrum and maybe PMP, even they become managers. Sorry, but the difference is they will not have hands to hands programming or development experience. But that doesn't mean they can't become Scrum Masters, because they're aware of the process, they're aware of the how their entire functionality of the Scrum process works. So it is open for all. but yes, as per the complexity of the project or requirement of the project, that particular Scrum Master is chosen for that project. Am I clear? Because this is one of
Yes.
my favorite or other interesting questions to answer. Because you say there are people from many fraternities, many departments of studies or whatever, how they are used and how they are uh, part of this particular setup. So yes, am I clear on this? Does anybody has any questions on the rules part of it?
No.
Okay, so can we move
No.
ahead? Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. So now comes our Scrum team, who is the whole and soul, karta dharta, how you call it in Hindi. So they are the people who actually work towards achieving the sprint goals. We will explain sprint goals later. So they, along with the Scrum Master, as per the priority and as per the product planning, product backlog and sprint planning done by the product owner, they work on that. Those are basically day-to-day tasks. And as we discussed, pretty well, that product team can consist or generally consist of everybody who are important or useful for the project. That can be testers, BAs, developers, designers, and everybody. It's like everybody under one roof. And and I earlier also explained they're self-organized, self-motivated. So do have authority over them as the senior point of view, but then you don't have to be bossy around them or have a uh, too too close a view what they are doing, how you're doing, because you already know it. You have Scrum meetings wherein you have knowledge and understanding of what they have been working, if any facing any issue. So that is communicated daily. And then, as we have discussed in earlier sessions also, they're highly skilled, and they then and the environment is as such that they know what they are expected of to deliver. So they work. They don't need any other force or any other thing. They are self motivated and they work on their own tasks as they're assigned. Yes, they are bound, and they are kind of they have to attend every day stand up, and that goes for everybody. I think when Scrum Master is there, majorly product owner is there, unless he is not available physically or is into some other. But everybody does uh, come together and have that 15-minute stand up every day, because it is like a core of this entire system, which is very important from communication and sharing the status point of view. See, I have this state many a time. People think that it is a status meeting, but honestly and practically, a Scrum meeting is a planning meeting. You can ask how, because you feel, "Arey, we just tell what we are doing and all." So yes, we think that when we come together, like in any other status calls and status meeting, we're sharing, okay. But honestly, if you ask from practical point of view, Scrum meetings are actually planning meetings wherein you are sharing what you have worked earlier and what are you planning to work in the coming day, and what are you planning to achieve. So you know what are your plans are. If anybody is not aware and anybody is new or any kind of communication gap, which is very rare in Scrum, but still. So this question might be there, but it is good to know. Like, Scrum meetings are basically planning meetings where you're just brushing up the entire plan for the day, or maybe in a couple of days, what you're working on, what you need to deliver. And yes, you as a development team, you have to be a part of all the meetings and make sure that whatever issues you have or hurdles you have in day-to-day development, those are raised upon, and those are discussed, and those are even addressed, because unless those are addressed, you will not be able to achieve your goals. So they are actually responsible for day-to-day work and delivery, and they are generally it's a collective teamwork. So ideally, not in current corona scenario, but ideally, Scrum teams sit together. When I was a part of the team, we used to sit in one office, one location also. It doesn't matter, you belong to different teams, BA might sit on the second floor, or testers might sit on the fifth floor, but you're part of the Scrum team, you damn come down and sit in the similar same cubicle, like that. So you work very closely. Everybody's together most of the times, And there is a question that what is the size of your Scrum team, that can be asked, or you might have come up. So what do you think ideally should be a size of the team? It's just a vague and open question. It's not that I'm expecting a perfect answer. What do you think generally should be a size of a Scrum team in given a scenario? Just a number, any number. Chanchal, Nisha, Mayank, anybody. What do you feel?
Maybe 4 to 5.
Okay, good guess. What about
6
you,
to
Nisha?
8. 6
6
to
to
8.
8. Again, well, nice. Mayank, any number you have?
Guys, last time I have told you the exact number.
Oh,
So,
3 to 9.
Okay.
yeah, Prerna ji, yeah,
So-
go ahead.
Yes. So basically, this refers to, there is a catchy phrase line of this. So Jeff Bezos has coined a term called two pizza rule. It's just on a lighter note to understand the number. So two pizza rule is the CEO of Amazon states that the team should be small enough that they should actually share two pizzas. So it's again, it changes, but the ideal goes from around 4 to 5 to 9, then 7 being the ideal number. Then again, it differs as per your requirement, as per your project complexity. But yes, whatever numbers you shared, those are all right. But preferably 7, 5 to 9 is a good range to have depending on your task. So yes, this is our project, Scrum development team, wherein they deliver as per each sprint, as per each day's task, and they fix the issues if we have any. They communicate to the Scrum Master and seniors if they have any doubts, and in turn, they are like the main, uh, what I would say, not workers, but main pillars who actually carry out the work. They are the people who develop and deliver the output as planned. So yes, over to you, Gaurav, if you would like to add something on this.
No, I'm good so far.
Yeah. So anybody has any question about Scrum team? We have discussed who are the Scrum team, what it consists, how they work. Anybody has any doubts? I
No,
think
I'm
this
good.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think everybody is has understood the concept. I'll assume that way. So Gaurav, over to you. I think you can proceed.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Prerna ji. Yeah, do you have any idea who is this great area? Who is this person standing tall like this? We have covered product owner, Scrum Master, and who is this Scrum team? So we are talking about Scrum role. Who is this guy? Do you have any idea, guys? Any guesses? Any guesses? I would love to know. If who-
Customer.
Okay. Any other answer? I would like to invite you to answer. Chanchal Mayank.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Mistake. I'm just kidding.
Mistake. Okay. Okay. Any another answer? Chanchal, do you have anything in your mind? Who is this guy? No. Okay. No problem. Thank you so much. Even if you have attempted. And Nisha,
Yeah.
I went on mute. So yeah, coming back unmuted. So yes, you were right. This is client, and not only client, this is the stakeholder, and it comprises of client, which we call them as a customer, and also not only client, but sponsors of the client who sponsor the project to the client. Also, it could be their vendor. So what is their role? So remember this as it has been mentioned in the pointer one itself, that they have to keep a healthy relationship with the product owner, because product owner who is responsible to run the entire show from their Scrum team. Isn't it really crazy and caring thing for stakeholder to maintain the wonderful relationship with the product owner? Don't you think so? Because he has this responsibility. He can make any decision and it may completely change the game,
Mhm.
isn't it? Are you with me on this page, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you for your answer. And these people are also responsible for conveying their wishes, means what exactly they want, if they have any concern, but to whom they will means direct these concern and their wishes, exactly to the product owner itself. Okay. But product owner will not be responsible if they will not turn back in the defined time. If sprint is given for 4 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that, and he is coming back after 6 weeks saying that whatever we did in sprint 1, we wanted it to happen, so that will go back in the backlog item. And yeah, so then product owner will not be responsible for the quality what they have been delivered already inside sprint 1, because your stakeholder has not come back, and these stakeholder has to provide regular input. You remember, every time we are talking to you, we are asking for the input, for the feedback. Yeah, we are asking you have any queries. Prerna ji is asking you guys why, because we want you to connect with, we want you to involve in this entire game, because this is being developed for you. So through this learning, who all are being developed? One product owner, one part of development team, one business analyst who is the part of development team, he is being created. Okay, scrum master is being created. And that's why if such kind of deliverables are appearing, then you guys are the stakeholder. You need to keep on responding to us as we can be the part of product owner as well. Okay, we will play a various role. Okay, but in real time scenario doesn't happen. Okay, so, and these stakeholders, if they are not providing continuous feedback, there is a different ceremony for altogether for this, and we are going to know about them. Okay, and also the prioritization part has to be very, very and very effective. And it's a prioritization part is the part of product owner. Okay, and uh, stakeholder has to do ensurety of this. Okay, because the together we are developing something, right? It's not only me I'm developing, it's also you are developing. We are learning the mindset game. So we have learned in the intro session itself, it is made up of mindset, skill set and soft skill, the three angular area, right? And that's why we are heading towards a mindset direction. Okay, and also uh, these stakeholders has to keep taking updates from updates, and they need to keep giving updates regarding any changes is happening in the plan. Okay, and to let you know, since we will be covering sooner about the sprint ceremonies, we will come to know that when and where stakeholders can also interact with the team. To let you know, these stakeholders can also be the part of your daily stand-up, your daily scrum calls, how we are going to look soon. So Prerna ji, do you want to add anything over here?
Gaurav, I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
any questions guys over here? Anyone? I'll take it as no. Thank you. So let's move further. And here comes the scrum events. Very interesting thing. Okay, so Prerna ji, do you want to take it or should I continue?
Please continue, Gaurav.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So scrum events, here you are seeing the 1 to 4 weeks of time, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 areas. These are events. Okay, events are also called as ceremonies. Ceremonies, why? Because what exactly happens when you interact? Can someone answer me? What exactly happens when you communicate with someone, or you express yourself through the communication? What exactly happens? Any answer, guys? When you communicate, when you say something, what exactly happens? Who can answer? Okay, let me ask another way. So what exactly happens when you perform any ceremony, what exactly happens? Any answer? Give me answer of either of the question. What exactly happens when you communicate, or what exactly happens when you do any ceremony? It's not about to being always right. It's about you to come up with your thought process. Your thought has to be involved. So I would offer you to answer over here. Anyone? Chanchal, Mayank, and Nisha, this is for you.
Exchanging ideas, thoughts.
So what
when
exactly
you're
happened?
communicating.
Okay, so what exactly happened when you exchange through communication your idea? So what exactly happens?
You exchange one idea, they might have another conversation, so you exchange back forth. So there is a communication happening, exchange of ideas.
That's
That would be the
happening.
first
Okay. Okay.
So
And
discussion.
discussion. And it leads where? Means discussion, communication. It leads where about individual.
Leads to some final thought, like, yes, we should freeze on this, or
Okay. And some final thought comes in, then how do you feel?
feel good and relaxed.
Feel
One
good
thing
and
done.
relax. One thing done. Awesome. Awesome. Very rightly engaged, answered, and well put in. Thank you so much, Mayank and Nisha, for answering. Yes, you rightly said it. It brings the satisfaction, it brings the finalization, and when something gets finalized, we celebrate, and ceremonies are celebration. And in celebration, what we do, we communicate. So all this communication, a get together, is part of ceremony. And let's go ahead and learn about entire ceremony. Okay, so the first ceremony we know as Scrum ceremonies. Okay, so we need to not only know that these are the ceremony, we also need to know that who attend that and what could be your takeaway as a tips and tricks for these ceremony. So let's come forward learning about sprint planning. What exactly is sprint planning? So the moment any sprint starts in, okay, we start the sprint planning ceremony. Okay, so entire Scrum team gets involved into that. And what is the real purpose of this? The real purpose of this is to prioritize the wish list. What is the wish list? The same to-do list, the same, which are all the feature. Few people are calling it epic or user story. So there could be, in sprint planning, we can choose the various, sprint, and we can call every goal of one sprint as a sprint backlog. Okay, so we are actually defining sprint backlog and sprint planning. Okay, and to identify the sprint goal that entire Scrum team is going to work upon, okay, over the course of time. So sprint is nothing but what? Do you remember anything when Prerna ji last time explaining about sprint? What is sprint? Who
time
can?
bound.
It's time bound, it's time boxed. Yes, it's a timeline. Thank you for answering, Nisha. So yes, and so sprint is nothing but a time duration, and sprint planning happens about that particular time duration. What all the wish lists should be accommodated. Out of 100, we are taking 4. This is just an example for your reference. And the timeline is of 4 week. In 4 week, 4 feature we have to develop and deliver to the client, and entire Scrum team agrees on that. And the tip and trick is that encourage the team to discuss and negotiate each item related to the sprint goal. Why we do that? Because everyone will have the clarity, okay, what exactly we are going to do that. The second tip for you is that ensure that product backlog has been ordered and completed by the product owner before sprint planning begins. So it's product owner's responsibility that he has designed all the means backlog, means a bigger vision has been chunked in down in a various smaller portion where he has defined, okay, this is the bigger vision and these are the smaller milestone. If I have to walk for 100 kilometers, I will divide this 100 kilometer with 5 into 20. Means every 5 5 kilometer has a milestone is my sprint. Okay, how to walk there through various features, through various way. So these things has to be figured out by um, a product owner. Okay, the third one is, once the sprint goal is set, it can be broken by the product owner. So as I have been mentioning about that this is the bigger goal, and it has to be broken down by product owner himself. Let's quickly move to the next one. So next one is nothing but daily scrum. We are knowing about daily scrum, who can participate in it. So daily scrum has to happen every day for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, where the goal is that everyone will come up and they will talk about what they have done, okay, in last 24 hours or 8 hours, and what they are going to do in the next 8 hours, or their working time. And if any specific, any challenges or any blockers have come up, anything which has blocked their task, so they are going to announce about it. And Prerna ji has rightly said, this is nothing but a planning meeting, because when you pitch in about the problem, we start thinking about how to remove this impediment. That's the Scrum Master job, and that's why he has to be there in the Scrum team. Okay, the entire production team, product owner will be also there, and also in this team we can invite stakeholders. So when we are working in a production, sometime stakeholders also join in, and but they are optional. Okay, so what is the tips and tricks? So make it time boxed, make it time bound. Okay, and this is the very important thing. Today, due to pandemic, we are working remotely, and if you are working remotely, you have to switch on your video. Okay, you have to switch on your video. This is nowadays must. Okay, if you are switching off your video, it's not at all daily stand up. Okay, nowadays people are so much trained. If they find that your meeting is means overlapping beyond 10 or 15 minutes, they don't even call it scrum meeting. They say simply that we are not following agile, and that's why I'm not calling it a stand-up call or daily scrum. I'm just calling it as a status call. People are so much smart enough because they have this idea about it. You have to encourage team members to get together after the daily scrum to discuss any item that require additional conversion or conversation. So you can talk to your team members. If you find that beside the decided time frame they are talking much, you can tell them that we will discuss on this offline with the business analyst or any SME. Okay, and it is must and must and must. Let it not go beyond 15. Okay, then comes the sprint review. So in the sprint review, what exactly happens when things stand up is going on daily? It has to be daily, as the name suggests. Okay, so in sprint review, once a sprint is complete, in this sprint review, exactly the stakeholder has to be he is must to be there in stakeholder. Okay, here the sprint review is also known as demo to the client. Okay, whatever the sprint you have prepared, you are going to showcase in front of the client. This is how the backlog item is, and this is how we are preparing it. How is it sounding to you? To stakeholder, you are proposing your entire development, whatever has been developed. Okay, so everyone is talking about their feature they have developed like this. It goes around sometime 90 minutes, from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. So yeah, so here developer showcase, even tester gets involved into that, and these are the part of development team. So they talk about whatever they have developed and they are going to deliver, and customer may still suggest some changes or some concern because it is still in the backlog. Okay, and the tip and trick is what? Tip and trick is that ensure that any outside stakeholder know where they need to be, and when they are very well prepared to be the part of this sprint review meeting. And production team should not feel like they are defending their work. That's why the initial preparation has to happen beforehand, and because the purpose is they have to shine for their work. Okay, and keep on capturing the actionable feedback which are coming from the customer. So just to talk about this, and then we are coming to the sprint retrospective. Retrospectives are nothing but Scrum Master and production team. Product owner is optional over here. They get involved into this, and the purpose of this meeting is, we call it as a retrospective meeting or sprint retrospective, that what we have done well, they do introspection into that, and they go back and visualize what went well, what did not go well, and they draw the learning so that they can utilize these learning in the next one. And one gray area is the fifth ceremony. For your knowledge purpose, I want you to know that this is not must, but you should be knowing that there is one more ceremony. Okay, don't focus on this, but just for your information purpose, you should be knowing that this is called as done, sprint, or cancel. Okay, what does it mean? The moment any sprint is completed, what happens exactly in ceremony when the means any stand-up gets cancelled or any ceremony gets cancelled, it has been informed, and when it is done, so what exactly happened? The earlier backlog item gets ready and prepared for the next sprint. So this is for information purpose. This is not hard and fast to know about it, but these are the four important. So what are these? These are sprint planning, then daily stand-up, which we call as daily scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. Any question so far? Okay, this is a silent. I'll take it as no. Prerna ji, do you want to add anything?
Yes, Gaurav. Honestly, you have explained in very much detail and with proper words. So I have nothing to add from this point of view. But in general, I just wanted to explain that this entire journey is very closely knit with product owner, scrum master, and your team. So as Gaurav was explaining, you have to have, and those things are very time bound and particular. So you have to have a stand up meeting, as in you're standing up, and that meeting has to be finished within 15 minutes. Otherwise, it won't be called as that. So simple things like this, those are thoroughly followed. That is why Scrum and Agile is so impactful than any other, methodologies or style. So yes, Gaurav, over to you. I just wanted to
I had a
highlight
quick
this.
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you said Scrum daily planning Scrum meeting happens every day, 15 minutes. Retrospective and the other meetings. What is the frequency of those?
Okay. So retrospective meeting, see, there are a retrospective meeting generally happens when you finish one sprint and you have to go to the next sprint. And depending on the size of the sprint. So for example, if it's a 2 week sprint, then the retrospective meeting might be for maybe 1 or 2 hours. Or if the sprint was for 4 months, like a month wise sprint,
4 weeks.
4 week sprint, sorry,
Mhm.
then the retrospective meeting can go for 3 to 4 hours. Those are also time bound to ensure that you're not investing too much time on this. But yes, that is the periodic time that post once your sprint gets over. So retrospection word itself explains, right? So then you sit and you try to understand what have you learned, what you could have done better, what you had achieved in that sprint, and how that can be implemented in an effective and productive manner for the next sprint. Gaurav, over to you.
Yeah, just to add something more over here for your answer, let me tell you, this is sprint planning. As name suggests, planning, we are planning. Means sprint is about to start. So just before the sprint start, this sprint planning has to happen, right? Daily scrum, as name suggests, daily, means it has to happen daily. Okay, sprint review, it means that here you need to understand the moment any features are ready, it's also known as demo. These are not written anywhere. For your understanding purpose, you can keep in your mind. Okay, so in sprint review, what exactly we are doing, we are demoing to the client. Okay, this is not the technical word, or this is not the exactly agile word. We call it as sprint review. Here you are demonstrating what you have developed. Okay, and that's why you need to focus over here. It has to happen during the sprint while the work is still in progress, and some part is available and ready to demonstrate. You can do that in the sprint review. Okay, and the retrospective, the moment sprint is over and you are to begin the next. So that time you have to do sprint retrospective. And as Prerna ji has suggested about the exact timeline, how long everything will go on, so it has been told to you. Any another question further? First, did it answer you?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that
most
answer. I
welcome.
was just trying to figure out, like, if I'm a Scrum Master, what my calendar looks like, and these are the meetings which should look like.
Yeah. Amazing. Awesome. So yeah. So next is what, which we are not going to cover today because we are near to the end. This is about Scrum planning. So as the name suggests, Scrum planning, we are going to in detail of each and everything. So this is the one. Scrum planning, we need to, this is a very wider subject. In fact, we require to put on the entire day learning about this Scrum planning. So here the most important thing is your product backlog item and the latest increment which is happening. That will be the input part, and the complexity, capacity, and velocity of development team we need to understand. So these are the technical jargons. So we will be covering this in coming days. So here the output will be the sprint goal, sprint backlog of this scrum planning or sprint planning. So, and who all will be there? So all will be involved in the sprint planning meeting, where we will decide, they will decide what we will do and how we will do. Okay, so this is just to brief, but this is a very wide topic. So in case you have any question on this sprint planning, we are going to cover it soon because it will require more of the time. So yeah, Scrum sprint. So Scrum sprint also would require time. So we are not going to touch base these things, but you are aware because in the last meeting itself, we have talked about what product backlog, what is these product backlog, wish list to do. Okay, which has not been developed yet, we are going to develop. Sprint backlog, we have prioritized what we are going to do it. So and then we go into planning stage, and then we start implementing, then we review, sprint review, okay, demo to the client, and whatever the completed. So what exactly we do, before we get into the retrospective, we simply complete that, mark that them as done. So this is how the sprint work. Okay, and then when we have landed up marking it done, then we go to the retrospective meeting. So yeah, this is just to touch base and give you the flavor about the sprint planning and sprint scrum sprint, what exactly these are. But I think there is more into that, but I'm not going to cover them. We will take them later because things should be chewable for you. Any question over here?
If we do not have a question, I just was thinking aside, and I really have an interesting game for all of us to play. And
Wow.
I think we should, not now, for the next session. And this that will no, that is like an assignment, but in a game format.
Sure.
So are we okay with that? And don't worry, it is not about any other particular game. So the assignment slash game which we will actually play in the next beginning of the session is, I really want all of you see, we are luckily we're 3 people, and if you count us, we are also 2, so 5 people team. So we are actually qualifying for being a scrum team, right, Gaurav? If I have to put in that way.
True.
So I want each of you to mention and jot down what will you work or act as if you are a product owner, if you are a scrum master, and if you are a development team. Minimum 5 pointers are expected. And so next time when we come in the first session itself, we will say, hey, we might assign, or we will ask you what kind of role you want to take in. And we'll have at least 3 rounds. Per se, in first round, maybe Nisha is a product owner, Chanchal is scrum master, and Mayank is a development team. In the second round, we will exchange the role. So what will happen, you will know if you are in that particular role, or you are in those shoes of that role, how and what will be your daily activities will look like, what is the deliverables that is expected, and how you can actually live up to that role, and how you can work on that. Gaurav, what do you feel about this game slash assignment?
This is really awesome. I truly advocate that. Yeah.
So, but what is the project? What are we doing here?
The project
Just
is that what Prernaji is explaining, the assignment is there for you. Whatever you have understood about the role of product owner, Scrum team, as well as Scrum Master, just go back and get to know about it in deeper level. You will have to go through this entire video again. Again, I would recommend go into 2x mode, put your video on the double
Fast
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have demoed you how you can do that. So speed it up and then once again, grab all the input and think what Prernaji is offering you to do. Tomorrow, you will come and you will choose your role. Hey, this time I'm going to be product owner, and these are my to-do list for entire day.
Yes, and I really want you guys to be more individualistic and particular about it. Like if somebody, for example, Nisha ji has a technical and design background, so she might be able to put in more details into if she's a part of development team. I'm just thinking aloud; it's not necessary. Whereas Chanchal and Mayank might have some other view about, oh, Scrum Master, can they do that? So it's an open forum. Whatever we have explained, whatever you could Google, but if you still feel no, as a product owner, can I do that? Or if I want to do this activity, you are free to welcome. This is all trial and work sessions wherein we are here to explore all the opportunities. Because
And-
I want all of us to be interactive and participative. And when जब आप you will explain, oh, I'll work on this, so that somewhere registers in your mind, oh,
True.
as a product owner, I have to do this, or I have to manage it. We can have some small enactments also. We can
Yeah.
have a stand-up meeting, where we start with a stand-up meeting wherein everybody will be a different stakeholder, or sorry, a different team member, and we might listen to you, or we might also interact. Hey, was that done and how?
Hey, Prerna ji,
So
miss,
yes,
I would tell you that you read my mind, and this was what before this meeting I was thinking about it. Okay, this is how we
great,
are.
great. That is why we are a team, Gaurav. That is why we are a team. We all are rather. So
Yeah.
Nisa ji, Chanchal ji, and Mayank ji, please try to get into it because it's a very important concept. And tomorrow, when you'll be placed, hopefully and luckily, you will get one of these roles. Maybe starting with a team member or scrum master, however the company requirement is. So we really want you to be fully equipped, so you will never not have any doubts or any, things, array, how to do that, how to do that. You are well equipped with that.
And let
Yes.
me emphasize one more thing why you need to do it. First of all, the end goal of this is you have to speak up. It's not about being right or wrong or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The second thing is that why you need to do that, because do you know that everything in this entire world has been created twice? Do you know this? Who knows that? Although in the demo session I have spoken about it. Anyone who knows that or can guess about it? Mayank, yeah, you have unmuted yourself.
It's arguably, I would say it's arguably made it twice. So there's a discussion out there.
Okay. So any another hint or any another guesses? Okay, let me tell you. First in mind, second in reality. How in mind? First, people visualize that. First, people think about that. And its blueprint gets created and gets crafted inside the mind. And then only it comes into the reality. And that's what through these assignments we are helping you to do. First, you will think about it. You will visualize how exactly you have to do. And the another process would come that about speaking, about verbalizing it. But again, there is a process about it. But we are not focusing on that. First, we need to enable you to start thinking in that direction so that you can be the one, the later. Does it make sense to you? Did it resonate with all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Superb. Nisha ji.
Yes.
Amazing. Awesome. And that's why this is the necessity. And necessity is the mother of inventions. And we are going to invent Scrum Master and Product Owner and Dev Team or BA from this group. Yeah.
So
So
super excited for next session. At least I am, because we'll be having that interactive one and as a game point of view. Yes, Gaurav, over to you. Gaurav, I'm done from my side.
I'm done too. I'm done
So
too. Until unless any
yes,
question from these guys, I'm
yes.
done too.
Please
Prerna
feel
ji,
free.
I
Mm-hmm.
wanted
Yes.
to mention I just have a design background. I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
coding or a technical background.
That's okay. That's okay, Nisha. I'm aware of it. See, design background, why I said technical is you are a part of that development process, right? You
I would
worked on.
only know, but in
Huh.
the real life, do you
Mm-hmm.
really need to have good programming technical knowledge to get into
Now,
either a product
No,
owner or
no,
development team?
definitely not. That is why I gave you this example of an MBA getting into a company as a manager and as an MCA getting into a company as a manager. They both work as a manager. Their backgrounds are totally different. One is a
see,
technical, one is a functional.
she
Still.
is Prerna ji is MCA, means MCS, and she is in this role. I'm MBA and I'm certified
See,
Scrum
we
Master
have
as
this.
well.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we both have different what I was educational backgrounds, but over a period of time, over the learning curve, as the experience we got in companies, we chose to come to this path wherein, as of now, our profile is similar, though our backgrounds are different. But still, it is always helpful to have a mix of people who come from technical, non-technical, functional, managerial side. So you have the best of both the worlds. So that is why there is no hard and this training is particularly not focused on any technical aspect. This is purely a functional or little bit techno functional role, wherein from functionality point of view you're expected to know the domain once you enter the company, but that is also pretty it's not a hard and fast rule. So the work which we are explaining is exactly done in practical scenarios. We both of us have worked in agile. I'm currently in my organization. There are many projects which are going into agile. Thanks to banking, it's a little delayed, but at least they are working on it. So, and I told my seniors I've already worked. They are so comfortable because in typical institutes, when they have the original boring waterfall old setup, they are not used to this dynamic methodology. So they are welcoming all these changes. So no issues. There's no you don't have to think on those lines. I don't have the background.
Yeah.
I don't have hands on.
And don't worry about anything.
No worries about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because even I was born in my career in Agile itself. So yeah. So
Yes,
this is how
yes.
it
So
is.
please do not have any apprehensions with that. And the role which you will be interviewed for later, or which you will be, taken in for in a company, will be on similar ground. So more efforts you put in, more videos you listen to, more reading you do, more discussions you do among. I'll really recommend you, if you guys are not talking, please talk. Ask us on WhatsApp. We are there on phone. So whenever you feel like, please, come ahead and ask. We are there for you. But then that effort and that inputs have to be there, because what happens, we take this 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour session, and a lot of material going in your brain. But unless you process it, churn it, think over it, discuss it, it will not retain that much, right, Gaurav? Please correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong.
yes. And initially what happens exactly, the moment new things comes in, no, you should be excited. Why you should be excited? Because
Right.
you are going to be uncomfortable little bit. And the moment the discomfort appears, the success zone also appears. So your comfort zone is directly in proportional to your success zone. So I would say, but it is in proportion with your discomfort zone. Okay, so it goes hand in hand. Discomfort, it means you are going towards the success. Okay, so that's why get excited the moment you get the opportunity to become uncomfortable a little bit, because that's the preparation for you to scale up. Okay.
And I'll just share one thing. When you talk to someone and use this kind of terminology, it's not to show off per se, but in a discussion forum, these words pop up in your brain. That's Scrum and goals and vision and deliveries. It has a different kind of weightage, right, Gaurav?
True,
Talking
true.
in plain words and having these keywords, unintentionally coming to your mind, and this will reflect when you talk to the vendor and the customers and the clients. Trust me, when we have our business meetings or office calls, always hit on the head. They don't want, nobody wants to listen to a thesis or an essay. Everybody wants to know what is the point, what is the solution, where are we. So that all is actually a part of grooming. Whatever assignments or games, or at times you might be thinking why they are burdening us with this. We already have a tight schedule. We are aware of it, but yes, these small tiny steps will help you to achieve that goal of getting placed into a good company in a very comfortable and with confidence, for that
And
role.
you
Yes.
know how these terminology will come up through understanding, and
Right.
how you will gain the understanding by doing what we are giving. Okay, you remember the part of system. This is the part of system. Okay, so
Perfect.
the thing is that the understanding, and when you will understand, guys, what may happen, you may laugh on yourself or whatever I'm saying, that how is it possible, you may question that. Tomorrow you could be the inventor of new methodology. While I was working 5 years back, not 5 years, 7 years back, in one of the company, I wrote one white paper on a new methodology altogether. I did not publish it publicly, but you guys can coin up a new methodology. So don't underestimate itself that it has to be in this manner only. No, you need to just understand it, and the moment you understand, you simply process, and when you process, you simply win that. Okay, and we want you to be winner. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm done. So anything, Prerna ji?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so how we are going to end up? We are going to end up with one word which is coming into mind about today's learning. So yeah, who is going to grab this opportunity?
Me.
Yeah,
Confidence.
confidence. Yeah,
Yes.
throw call a name, please.
Nisha ji.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Call out someone's
Chanchal.
name.
Super.
Chanchal.
Incredible.
Incredible. Call out
Wow.
someone's name.
Mayank.
Mayank.
Heavy.
Heavy. Okay, call out my name.
That was an honest one. Okay. Gaurav.
Okay, so Mayank has to call my name. Mayank.
Oh, obviously, it's Gaurav left.
Okay, thank you. Yes, for me, this is a gearing up. We are shifting the gears, guys. So be ready. Thank you. So we are ending up. Bye-bye. Take care. Listen to the
Thank
recording.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
everybody. Thank
Thank you so
you. Have a
much.
great long weekend. Enjoy and focus as well for the next
Yeah.
game.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Chalo. Take care. Bye bye.